Okay. So what we have discussed in the last two classes is we talked about a SQL, that why it is important, what is the maybe introduction part. Then again, environmental setup is very much important. So we went and installed the workbench. Okay, I hope everyone has installed. Even if you are getting small issues like dependencies and all, manually install that from the Google. Then you walk through our document. That should solve your problems. Okay. Now, as we have installed, we saw that this is what we are going to write our actual code. We are going to maintain our database, right? So coming to, this is an editor. So this is a workbench where each and every part like is specific for certain use, where you write the code, you see the results. If you want, you go for a help, you see the history commands, or you go and see the objects. Okay, so this is what we have seen, and this is what you have installed. This is what you have installed. For me, history is not required, so I have just ignored the history part, like history in the sense, this one. I would say that this help and history is something which is, for me, it's not that much important. Moreover, I'll be start writing code with the editor. So I've closed it, and you can over control over it. You have like different controlling systems. Okay. So if you can select whichever you want, you can select it. For me, this part is not required. If I want any insert statement or select statement, this is a syntax. Okay, for me it's not required. For you also it's not required. If you want, you go and browse it in the Google. This is not that user friendly. So you close this. You'll get a lot of code for, you'll get a lot of space for coding purpose. Okay, so this is what we are going to use, and this is the object viewer. This is where you will see the results. This is where you will write the code. Okay, so let us say, before we start digging on to today's topic, let me give you a few very good examples what we are going to do. In today's session, we are going to start with basics. Installation is done, so we are going to start with basics. What we are going to learn with the basics is we are going to see some commands. As in again, I'm telling it's a language. You're asking something to the database. The database has to understand, it has to respond. You have to give some commands. So that is what we are going to see. Okay, so before we create it, let me walk you through a simple example. Okay, what we are going to see is, let me explain you with a proper example of what we are going to see. Let us say we are going and working with Amazon. Okay, we're going and working with Amazon. All of us are going and working with Amazon. So what happens in Amazon? This is Amazon. Okay, it's like a storeroom for them. They'll be linking with iPhone. They'll be linking with Samsung phone. They'll be linking with other like electronic items. These are all customers. They'll go order it. They'll go order it. The moment they order it, if it is already present here, iPhone, everything, they will sell back. They'll give back to the customer. Okay, this guy ordered something which is not in the storeroom. Immediately this person will contact the iPhone store. iPhone will give the product to them. Again this guy will ship back, and this process works. This is what how it works. Amazon is like a store. Middleman. Okay, why I'm taking Amazon example, I'm sure each one of this in group have at least purchased one product in Amazon. Okay, so now this is how it works. Let us say at the back end, how it works. Okay, every information you cannot maintain in one single table. We have seen a table. What is a table? A table is a set of rows and columns where you usually maintain the details. Okay, so let me go and show you the table example as well. We had one example with respect to table. This is how the data will be stored in the table. This is how the data will be stored in the table. So customer information, product information, store information, what they're purchasing, that information, everything I cannot put it into one table. Let us say in your home you have a table. Let us say you have a dining table. Okay, what you can fill it in dining table? Only maybe the food items you can fill it. You cannot keep all your books, all your laptop, all your systems on your dining table. Everything you cannot put it because the table size or maybe the dining table size is limited. Same way, what you're going to do here is, for customer you maintain one single table information. Okay, then for product information you maintain a separate information. Then what you do, you go and maintain the transaction as well, right? So what I'll do, let me open a simple Excel sheet and explain you with the Excel sheet. Okay, then we'll go and create in the object database. Let us assume table 1. I'll maintain it as customer table. Customer table. Okay, so what do you have in customer table? Maybe I will have something called customer ID, customer ID, customer name, customer phone number. Okay, so let me have 5 IDs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let me name some names. Kiran, okay. So let me maintain some phone numbers. Okay, so let us say this is one table. This is one table. Okay, so this is a column names. This is a column names. Okay, now this is one table. Now I need to know what are the products, what are the products Amazon is holding. Like maybe there are crores of products. Okay, let's make it very simple. Let us add some products. So what I will do, this is a table 2. Table 2. This is a Amazon product information. What are the products there? Let us say PID. Each one will be having some ID, right? So let us say product ID. Let us say 101, 102, 103. Some random IDs. Okay, 104, 105. Okay. So what is this? This is going to be product name. And this is going to be MRP. Let us say product. I will say Samsung phone. This is Vivo phone. This is iPhone. Let us take only the one product. Okay. Like one instance, electronic items, we'll see only the phone related information. There could be nowadays even groceries also we are getting, your even medicines also you're getting, even medical shop items also you're getting. So let's make it simple. Let us say Samsung, iPhone. What else we have? MI phone. Okay. Then Lenovo, something like that. And let us say MRP 15,000, 11,000. This is costly. 60,000. MI you will get for 8,000. Lenovo also you'll get it for 10,000. Okay. So this is product information. This is product information. Okay. And this, let us say this is something with respect to product information. Okay. Now table 3, very important, very important. Table 3, transaction information. Transaction information. Okay. So what happens in this transaction information is transaction ID. Okay. Customer ID, product, maybe transaction ID, customer name, product name, what they purchased, how much sales they have made. Okay. So let us say customer name Kiran. Kiran, he purchased Vivo phone. He has purchased for 11,000. And this guy is very rich guy. What he does is again purchase one more phone. This time he purchased iPhone. He saw that Vivo phone was not good. So what he did, he purchased iPhone. Okay. Let us go for transaction 3. Let us say this person, he has purchased Lenovo phone. He has purchased for 10,000. Okay. Let us say 4, 5, 6. And this guy has purchased again one more phone. And this guy has purchased again one more phone. And Kaushik has also purchased one more phone. Okay. So all of them have purchased iPhone. Let it be iPhone because it's one of the brand. So let us say everyone has purchased iPhone. iPhone. Okay. So this one, I'll put it in this table. So this is our final table, which is our transaction table. Okay. Now you tell me, okay, these are the customer information, these are the product information, these are the transaction information, right? If I add everything into one table, how it look? How will it look? How will it look? Let me replace that with the same table. If everything they are maintaining in one table, let us see how it looks. Customer name, phone number is there. Okay. And product information is there. So product information, if I put it in one column, what will happen? And again, transaction information. What is happening? Sometimes it's not matching because one person has purchased two products, one person has purchased two products. So there could be a problem. In that case, what you will do is you will have something called repeated rows. Repeated rows. For example, this row, this person is been purchased twice. Okay. So let us say this is not there. So what will happen? This person's name again, it will be repeated because I want to make sure everything is in a proper tabular format. Okay. So it will be like this. And now, please go on mute. Kaushik is there. And Kaushik is there. Okay. Kaushik has also purchased one phone. So I'll put it here. Kaushik has purchased. Okay. And I have not purchased any product. So what happens? I have not purchased any product. So null, 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 it is there. Okay. Now, I have not purchased. Dinesh has purchased two products. So obviously his row also will be repeated. Control C, Control V. And this guy has purchased two products and Arish has also purchased one product. Okay. Now I've done all my changes. No border. Go for the border and change everything with respect to the same color. Okay. Now you tell me, is this readable? Customer ID 1, Kiran, phone number is there. This is actually out of control because this is coming from Amazon, and what product they have purchased, whether the product is purchased like it's completely, I would say that not a readable format. Not a readable format. This gives me a clear picture. What is all the customer information, you put it into one table, all the product information you put it in one table and you link it. Okay, customer, this person has purchased this product. Kaushik has purchased iPhone. So this product. So basically you are creating tables. You are creating tables for your business. You cannot have everything into one table. Customer ID, customer name, phone number, and again you're having product information. Again you're having what they have purchased. This is something everything into one table. This is not going to help in the real time because readability is important. Okay. Now what I will do is this is an example which I'm showing that this is not the proper way of creating it. This is what is the proper way of creating it. One thing what I will do is, this is a table, this is a table, this is a table. There are different tables and each table is called customer table, product table, transaction table, what transaction they made, everything. I will put it into, I'll put it into one bucket, or maybe one project, or maybe one entire business. I'll call it as a database. In one database, I've created customer table, I've created product table, I've created transaction table. This is a table. This is a table. This is a table. All the three tables I've used for different saving the different purpose. I will make sure a one database. In one database, I will be having different tables. Everything if you put into one table, it's going to lead to the problem. How much size? See, for example, let us say you have three buckets. Okay, this three buckets water, you cannot fill it in one bucket. The bucket size is fixed. The bucket size is fixed. You cannot overfill it. If you overfill the water, everything is going to move out, or maybe everything is going to spill. So everything has a limit. So maybe in one table, you cannot put every information, even though you will not understand what water is coming, or maybe completely which is going out, which is staying in. You can't even tell that. Let's maintain three different buckets, one for tap water, one for hot water, one for cold water. You may argue with me, okay, I'll empty it and again I'll fill it with hot water. Again, I will empty it, I'll fill it with cold water. What you're doing? Loss of data, loss of water. Similarly, what we are going to do here is every single information we are going to maintain with separate table. Separate table, and the entire tables I would call it into one database. Maybe I'll put it into one complete objective, one project, or one scenario, or one module. Everything I'll put it into one database. So what is our first step? Our first step is go and create a database. Database in MySQL. Why you need a database? Without database, you cannot create an object. Every table is called an object. So first thing is go and create an object. Go and create a database. We'll go and create it. We'll go and create it. How to create a database? That is our first question. That is what we are going to see. You are going to tell the MySQL database, hey, for my project, I need a database. For my project, I need a database. You're telling that. One simple example I'll take is, let us say everyone is working with the Amazon project. Everyone is going to work with Amazon project. Okay. Now, what I will do, we'll go and see what is a syntax to create a database. What is a syntax to create a database? Okay. First step is creating a database. So what I will do to create a database, the syntax is as follows. Okay. The create database is a keyword, whichever is in a blue color. If you mention that, the system will understand that, oh, this guy is going to work with a project, and that project is going to be this. It's going to be stored in this database, and that database could be the database name. So keyword, if you see in the blue color, this is what the system will understand. I have to create a database. Every object in this world is having a name. You're having a name. I am having a name. Even a small pet is having a name. Everyone is going to have a name. So for sure, your database also should be having a name. Okay. So what happens? Let us say you're working for some school. Let us say you're working for some school. There is some school project, some institution project. What you will do in one table, you will maintain all the student information. In one table, you will maintain all the teachers information. In one table, you will maintain the syllabus. In one table, you will maintain the timings. Everything, you're not going to club it in one table. You're not going to do that, because every table is having a limit, and if it exceeds, the database or maybe the table will explode. What happens? Obviously, the everything will go on loss. Data loss will happen. So let us say you're working for a school. You create three tables. For example, let me give you a very good example. In KSR Consulting Services, trainers information will be stored in one table. Student information will be stored in one table. All the batches and courses we are running will be in separate table. Everything are not going to bring together. Similarly, the first and foremost thing is you create a database, and you give the name what database you're working with. School DB, school name you can give. Amazon is a database. Okay. So this is how you can create your database. The syntax is very, very simple. Create database name. Right. Now what I will do, I'll go to my editor. Okay. I will write first command, create database. Okay. Let me create any database, like I'll give it Amazon database. Amazon database. The database name it's going to give is Amazon database. And what is the syntax to create a database? Create database. Okay. And I'll write a comment. So the comment will be like this symbol, as symbol, and this is a command command used to create a database. Okay. So this is a create a database. The moment you run this, the moment you execute this, it's going to appear here. See, already I've created many database like test underscore Santosh, school DB, and some with respect to batches also I've renamed it. So it is with respect to KSR retail store, and Flipkart DB I've created, Amazon DB I've already created. So now I'm going to create with this. The moment I run this, it will appear here. Okay. So what is the syntax? Create database name. You have to select this. There is something called Spark button. It's like a Spark button. Click that. Okay. It's a command. Need not worry about command. You just select this and you go and click the Spark button. The moment you click the Spark button, in the action, it is going to tell create database is run, and it is showing with the green symbol. The green symbol shows that the syntax is correct. You need not do any mistake. You have not made any mistake. Okay, for example, I've made some spelling mistake. I make some spelling mistake. First of all, this itself is not accepting. It is not knowing what is this. Instead of create, I did something else. It's not knowing it. It's not knowing it. Okay, then okay, maybe I'll rename it a database. Now it's fine. There is no syntax error. Now again I will run. It is now throwing an error. What it is throwing an error? First time it was successful. Second time it's failed. What it is telling? Cannot create database Amazon DB. Database already exists. One person can have only one name. Okay, one database can have only unique names. It cannot have same names. So now this is failing. Now I'll give 1. Now it will work. Amazon database 1. It worked. Now I'll give 2. It will work. Now I'll give 3. It will work. Now again I'll give 3. It will not work. So wherever the green mark is coming, your query is being executed successfully. This is a command you are giving to the MySQL telling that I am creating a database for my project. Right? Now you go and refresh here. You will see whatever the database has been created, you will be able to see here. Okay, and one thing, if you are not able to, maybe some people are joining from your mobile. Okay, just expand your screen. You will be able to zoom it. Just drag it with your 2 fingers. You will be able to zoom it and check this, because this I cannot zoom it from my end. This I can zoom it. This I can zoom it from my end, but the thing is I will not be able to zoom this part. So you zoom from your end and you see it. Whatever I've created it, I got to know it. It is there in the object browser, right? I created it. And what is the outcome of this? What is outcome of this? The database name has to be not repeated. Now what I've done, I've created my first step. The first step is database. For any project, I've created a database. In that I will maintain, okay, customer information, product information. So whatever want I'm going to mention it, I'm going to mention here. Right? So each and everything has to be in a specific tables. That is what I'm going to do here. Right? The first step is database is created. Now what happens? After you create, okay, a client tells us, hey, what is this name you are given? It's not at all good. You drop it and recreate it. Because same name you cannot change it, or maybe you have already created, you need to drop it. For example, something I created it for a practice purpose which I'm not using for my project. I have to drop it. How to drop it? When you can create it, you can always go and drop it. Drop database Amazon. This database I will drop it. See, this will go now. Amazon database 3 is there, right? This will go now. It will go from the object browser. Once I've created it, I have all flexibility to drop it as well. So I'll go and select this, click the Spark button. I have dropped it. There is a refresh button. Just go and click it. It went. Okay. Now again, I will drop it to. I'll go and click the Spark button. Now again, I'll go and create one. Go and drop it. Now if you go and refresh, everything is gone. Amazon database 1, Amazon database 2, Amazon database 3, everything is gone. Okay, so this is how you can create a database, you can drop a database. Usually drop is something which you will not do, because we have created it, you have started your business, you have started loading the data, and what happens? Suddenly you drop it, everything is gone. Okay, so usually drop is not recommended, but I'm telling you a way. If there is always option of creating it, there should be always a way of dropping it, right? So these are the two commands. First we have seen is with respect to creating and dropping. Command used to draw database. Why database is required? It's a collection of objects to store the specific records in each and every table. Created it, dropped it. Okay. Now, once you create it, what is the next step? What is the next step? Obviously, I have to go and create some tables. I have to go and create some tables. Okay. Before that, one thing I have to understand is only one database can be active at a time. Only one database can be active at a time. Okay, so whatever changes I'm doing, I have to make sure it is going and saving in this Amazon database. Okay, how to check which database is active? How to check which database is active? What you have to do? You have to write select database. Select database. If you just select the database, if you just select it and if you run it, it is going to tell the database which is active now is One India DB. There is one database called One India DB, so it is active now. By the bold letter also you can get to know, or you can get to know by this command. This command is command is used to see which database is active. Which database is active. Got it? So yesterday I was working with this database and I did not close it. I just opened it and I kept like that. That's why it's showing this database is active. But I created a new one for entire project which we are going to work in our course. Let us say we will start with working with Amazon database. But this Amazon database, it's not active now. How to make it active? How to make it active? First of all, when I run this select database, this was showing One India DB. That means this was the active database that was previously created. Now what I will do, I have to activate my database, or I would want to use my database. What is a command I will go and use is I will use Amazon database, which I created it. Amazon database, the first one which I created, right? After that, I created 1, 2, 3 and all for simply. But the first database which I created was Amazon database. I will go and use it. Now when I select this, it's still showing one India DB, One India database. Now I will go and use Amazon database. Okay, use Amazon database is also showing as a green color. So that means it has made active. Now again, I will go and run this select database. Now if I go and check this, yes, my Amazon database is active. This is for activating it or using your database. See, there could be any number of projects. There could be any number of team working in an organization. If you take 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 3 lakh people are there in TCS. What about the projects? It could be minimum 1 lakh projects could be there. Everyone could be using the database. So what happens? There will be different database created, maybe with respect to different clients. What happens? You have to make sure you work with a separate database for your module. Amazon is now it's a huge, it's like an ocean. Finance group will be there, delivery team will be there, order placing will be there, storeroom will be there, okay, transaction maintaining will be there. There are different modules. So similarly, different modules has to be maintained in a different database. So here, how to activate it or how to use a database? Use the command use database. And again, how to check it? Select database. It will tell you which database is active. Either you can get to know from here or you can get to know from the boldness of the database. Okay. Now this is again command to see which database is active. Now what I will do in this database, how many tables are there? In this database, Amazon database, how many tables are there? That I want to check. How will I check that? I will go here. I'll go here. I will write show tables. I will write show tables. The moment I write show tables, I will select this. I will run this. Tables in Amazon database, nothing is there. Why nothing is there? Just 10 seconds, 15 seconds back only I created this database. So nothing is there. Nothing is there. Okay. Suppose, let us see, I'll go and see any other database. Use One India only, I will see. One India underscore DB. This is a database now I'm making as active. I'm making as active. So this will become bold color now. Bold color. Now I'll go and run show tables. Whatever the table that has created, everything will come. Customer information is there, employee details is there, phone numbers is there, product information is there, sales information is there, some test tables I've created. Every table is been created here. This is already existing database which I use it for previous batch. That's why it is there. But now we have created our own database which I'm making it active now. Use Amazon database. Use Amazon database. Now I'll run it. Now I'll go and use a show tables. It will not work. Maybe it will not work in a sense. Nothing will be there. Nothing is because this is a fresh project, fresh batch. We have created a new database. Database is on high level. Now we have to start creating our tables. Okay. Now, till here, is it good? Are you clear?
Santosh, I have a question.
Yes.
So what do you mean by use the database? We cannot use it if it is, we cannot put the command use database.
See, as again I told, there are many database in this, uh,
Hmm.
maybe in this connection. Okay. In this, I will be working under different module. Let us say I will be working on Amazon database. For Amazon database, I want to make sure that is active. So activating or using the database, you have to tell the system going forward, any tables I create, going forward, any tables I create, customer table, product table, transaction table, you make sure that you create it in this database. That is what the
Okay.
comment is. Or else it can, suppose if I creating customer, this customer can, it is, there's high chance that it may go and create in any other database.
Yeah.
Possibility is there. I
Mm-hmm.
want to maintain a separate database for my project. So I'm telling my system, use it. Use this database. Going forward, any table I create, you create it in this table on this database only. That is what this line number 7 it is telling.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Okay. All good.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what I will do? Now what I will do? First of all, database is created. The next thing is once we have created a database, this is a database name which I give anything. This is a keyword. One which is mentioned in the blue color is what the system will understand. The system will understand. Okay. Now, the next thing which I will go and give is I have to create a table. I have to create a table. One I will maintain for customer information, one I will maintain for product information, one I will maintain for transaction information. One by one we will go with it. So to create a table, this is what is a syntax. This is what is a syntax. The syntax is create table, create table, as again I'm repeating, everything in a database or everything in this world is having a name. So obviously I want to give a name. Create table. Create table. This is what is a keyword. One is which is in the blue color is like a keywords. Keywords is what? The system will understands what you're telling. System will understands what you are telling. You're telling to create a table. You're going to tell a create a table, and again you're giving it name. The name of the table is student table. Okay. Now I will go here. I will go here. I will after I go here. After I go here. Okay. Now one thing I'm going to do is first of all, this is my table. This is my table. Okay. So this is my table. So in this table, the first thing which I'm going to do is the first thing which I'm going to do is, if you see here, this is my
Santosh,
voice is,
sorry to interrupt.
yeah,
Can you change the table name?
we can change. Still, we have not created a table, right? We have just created a
Okay.
database.
Okay.
We have still not went with a table.
So database name can be changed.
We can change it. We can change it. We'll go and see. Step. We are still creating it. Okay. Now this is a table. This is a table. For the table, if you see, Kiran, Kaushik, Santosh, Dinesh or Harish, all are having customer ID, all are having their own name, all are having their own phone number. If you see here, this is a structure first. The structure I need to create. What are the informations forget about data. There is no data now. There is no data. Now the thing which I'm going to do now is I am going to create a structure. What is a structure? The column name and what type it is. What type it is. Okay. So the type will tell us what type of data I'm going to store in them. For example, customer name. Customer name, you cannot give it as a number. No, because customer name has to be a character. Has to be a character. So instead of number, you have to give something called character. Character. Okay. So you have to give a character. So character is something which I have to give it like this. This is correct. This is wrong. So which value it can hold? For example, phone number. Have you ever seen phone number starting with it like this? Definitely not. So in this case, number is correct, character is wrong. What type of values it is fitting? That is something called data type. Data type. Try to understand. Try to compare this to. Here has to be a number. It cannot be phone number, cannot be any character. Phone number cannot be any character. Okay. So try to understand. Customer name also cannot be number. Phone number cannot be character. You have to tell the system what values it has to come and place it. You have to give a type. Okay, you have to give a type. What type of value it can come and say. This is called data type. Data type. What type it is? What type it is? Okay. So now obviously what I will do to create a table, to create a table, the first thing which I want to maintain is what is a column name. Again, I repeat, everything has to be with a name. Database will have a name, table will have a name, and again we'll be having a column name. Column also I should be having a name. Okay. So how to create a table? Okay. So we'll go and see the syntax. We'll go and see the syntax. So what is the syntax? Create table, table name. I'll go and create my first table. Again, I'll make sure what database is active now. Select database, I'll run. I'll make sure that our Amazon database is there. Now I'll run the show tables. Nothing should be there. because this is my fresh database which I've created. There is no table. Now I'll go and create a table. Create table, customer information. Customer information. This is the syntax. Create table, student TB was there. Now I've given customer information. The moment it is there, I have to open the bracket and I have to close the bracket. In between this, I will write whatever columns I need. So if you see here, open bracket is here and the close bracket last here, and semicolon is end of the statement. The semicolon is going to tell end of the statement. That is, I've completed my line of execution, like that. Okay. So what is that? Then within this bracket, I want to give my column names. First of all, CID is there. CID is the column name. Then customer name. Then phone number. Let us say these three columns I need. These three columns I need. Okay. But the moment you write the column name, it's your duty to tell what type of value it has to sit here. It is like after the column name, you have to tell what value it is going to sit here. Basically, customer ID will be with integer. INT stands for integer. Okay. So let us say simply I will give 2. That means, okay, 2 values you fit it, or maybe 3 values you fit it. Right. Now come for customer name. So customer name, see, don't worry about this integer. What is this 3? What is this INT? Data types will be discussed in separate session. Now I'm going to create only table. So don't worry about this data types. Data types I will explain you in a separate session. Okay. So now for the customer name, I'll give something called varchar. Varchar is nothing but variable character. Customer name maximum it can be 50 letters. No one will have more than 50 letters. Even you are including first name, last name, surname, etc., family name, ancestor name, everything if you include also, it will not exceed 50 characters. That space I'm giving. Okay. Then phone number. Okay. Phone number also, it's like a number. Okay. So let me give INT 10 digit. Something I gave. Again, I'm telling, don't worry about data type now. Data type will be discussed in a separate session. My objective here is first create a table name. The moment you create the table name, it's your objective to create this structure. ID, name, phone number. And this also, it has to be, ID also has to be number only. This is number, this is character. Okay, this is character, and this again phone number will be number. That's what I've done. Go here. CID is customer ID, integer. Customer name I've given varchar. Phone number I've given int. So obviously, if you see here, the create table name within the brackets, I've given the column name, column data type, comma, column name, column data type, comma, column name, column data type. That's it. This is the last, right? So no comma will come. This is all as a syntax for creating a table. This is all the syntax for creating a table. Okay, now I'll go and run it. Okay, now if I go and run the show tables, there's one table that is created. See, one more thing I'll tell you. In the real time, the moment you go and start working in organization, you may not be able to create a table. They are not going to create a table because already applications may be running. See, Amazon is not something which is started today. It is running from 10-15 years. Okay. Already they would have created a database. Already they would have stored the customer records. So, but internally, when they started the project, this is how they would have done it. Okay, in the real time, you may not get an opportunity to create a table. You may be not in a position to create this, but you have to know it. You have to know it, how it was created, how to create a structure. That is the reason I am teaching you. But the thing is, as a Power BI developer, the moreover you will be dealing with seeing the records. Seeing the records. How to see the records now. This is a table I've created. How to see the records. Very important. I'll be telling you what is important, what is not important, what you will be using, what you will not be using in the real time. Just keep in a mind. Okay. So always one thing I would recommend everyone is the anyhow the video will be applicable. The video will be available for you. You will be seeing n like you will be given access and you can see n number of times. Something which I value most is time. Okay. Every time you can't keep on seeing 1.5 hour video, 2 hours video every day. So what I do is try to have a pen and paper with you every session. Whatever I'm telling, mark it down. For example, if I tell Power BI developers, because the course entirely is of Power BI developer, right? Going forward, next 2 months down the line, your role will be a different role. Who will be like a Power BI developer in IT industry. So for that, what is required, what is not required, what you will be doing, what you will not be doing, everything I'm going to tell step by step. Make note of it. So all this creating a table, already the application is running. Unless and until you go to a startup company where they'll start creating a new objects, that time maybe they'll ask you to create a table. Or else every application it's already running. Flipkart, Amazon, or One India, all these are e-commerce companies which are already working, right? So, but we are going from scratch. We are going from scratch. If tomorrow, if someone asks you to create, hey, can you create a table? You should not tell that I don't know. You have to tell, I have a command for it. I can communicate with the database. I can create a database. I can do that. I can do that. That was what we are learning here, right? Now, this is a mostly used query for us. The data. This is a creating a table. This is a creating a table. Syntax for creating a table. One more thing I missed it. Show tables is there. Show tables is for listing out all tables which is present in current database. Current database. Okay, so I'm creating a table. Now what I will do to see the data, very important query for us. Everywhere you will be seeing this. It is called select query. It is called select query. See the records. How to see the records? I mean, how to see this table information? How to see this information? How to see this? Now I've created it. But I want to see the records. How will I see that? How will I see that? If you just go and type select star from the table name, customer information. If I write the line number 28 is to see all the records present in the table. To see all the records in the table, just I go and select this, just I go run this, I will get to know. Customer ID is created, customer name is created, customer phone number is created. Data is not there. If data was there, it used to display it. We are going to insert the data, how to insert a new customer, how to see everything will follow it. But how to see the records is the line number 28. This is going to select. The moment you write select, it is going to display. Remember this, select means always it is going to display. What is the star? What is a star? Okay, what you can write instead of star, what this is from, where, from which table you want to display. This is a table name. So from this table you display everything. The meaning of star is everything. Select everything from table. That's what it is. I'm reading it out. The line number 28, if I'm reading it out, it is like select everything from the table. Everything you select. Rather than telling everything, I'm putting as a star. Okay, instead of star, what we can give everything going forward, I will see. But my clear objective of today's session is I created a database. I see which database is active. I've used my own database which I created for my batch, and I've created my own table which is my customer information. Okay, now I will give you option for you. Can anyone help me to create one more table which holds product information? Can anyone help me to create? Simple syntax. Instead of this table,
Yeah.
yeah.
Should I guide you?
Yes, please.
Yeah, then you'll create a table. Just a second, I'll do it.
I don't know. I'm hearing echo.
Just a second. You're able to hear me now?
Yeah. Tell me.
Yeah. You'll just create table
Create
with the
table
table name.
product. Okay.
Okay, and then you'll follow the syntax: open bracket and closed bracket with a semicolon.
Open bracket and close bracket with a semicolon. Okay.
And you will see the column names. What are the requisites?
What is my requirement? Go to the table. Where is my table? Go to my PID product name MRP.
So there are 3 column names, and you will ensure what is the data type for all the 3 columns.
Okay. I'll go to my desktop. I'll paste it here. Okay.
Yeah.
For PID, I will give what is the ID, right? So I'll give
Yeah,
int.
integer, yeah. And
Something I'll give.
specify the number of what do you call it as? What would be the character count or a
Character
number
count.
count?
Okay. So product name is there. Product name I will give. So
Yeah.
product name I'll give as varchar. Varchar. Okay. Varchar, and I'll make sure product name is not more than 50 characters. I'll put comma. Then I'll put MRP.
Yeah.
MRP, okay, maybe it's again MRP cannot be character. If they ask you price, you cannot sell A, B, C, D. It has to be int. It has to be int. Okay, so has to be somewhere like this much. And
It
finally,
being sorry,
sorry,
it being MRP, can the data type be float, or do you
yeah,
have an?
yeah, we have float, but now my objective is to create a table. What
Okay.
type of data type we will see in the data type sessions.
Okay.
Okay, now, okay, so that is all it is. Now I'll go and run it.
Yeah.
I'll go and run it. Okay, how do you see the product information now? I want to see what are the present in this table.
Select star from product.
Select star from product information.
Product
Information. Okay. So before I see, I make sure the table is created properly. Go to show tables. Okay. Customer information is also there. Product information is also there. Okay. Now I go and run this. I got to know. PID, product name, MRP. It is there. Suppose this table is wrong, or maybe client says, hey, suddenly I got to know that we don't want to maintain product information. We want to drop it. What could be the syntax?
drop table and table name.
Exactly. Drop table name. Simple. There you drop the database. Here you're dropping the table. Very simple. Now you go and drop it. It's dropped. You are getting the green symbol. Now you go and again run this. You are getting error. What is error? You can zoom it and read it. If you know English, you can understand this error.
Select data
information doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist. Now means I dropped it. If I drop it, how will I find it? right?
No.
So that is what it is. Now I am not able to see this. And even if you go and see the show tables, in the show tables also you will not find it because you have dropped it. You have dropped the product information. So you create it, you drop it, you create it, you drop it. This is just like a initial phase of the any project. They'll start creating the tables. Okay. Now we can create one table. You can create other table as well. Transaction table, product table, store table. What is a category? For groceries, they may need one category. For electronic items, maybe they need one more table. And for department, like transactions, where the actual money transaction is going on, there they will put it. Delivery partners, who is linked with the delivery? Suppose you're getting your delivery partner, right? One person will be linked with one area. Which area is going? What are the products he is carrying? What is the due date? What is the ship date? What is the order date? Everything, right? I'm showing as a simple example as a 3 columns. In the real time, there could be 40 to 50 columns, right? From shipping date, order date, delivery date, estimated date, cost, discounts, everything is going to be present in the real time. Everything the same procedure. You keep on adding the columns. You keep on adding the columns. This is how at the initial phase, they start creating with the objects, database objects. Okay, now, once you have seen this, just what we did, we created a database and we dropped it. Database is at a high level. Then what we did, we created a table. Table is like, okay, it specifies what information you're storing here. That is something which we saw. And the second thing, and sorry, the third thing which we are going to see is this also we have seen. Drop it. Drop database, drop table. Okay, this also we have seen. Just the name will change. Your database will be there, your table will be there. Okay, the entire table will be gone. Remember this. This is very critical command. By mistake, if you run this, you are gone. Because the entire table information, you may have lack of customers, lack of customer information. This itself is risky because you are maintaining customer information and you're dropping it. What about this? Customer information, product information, MRP information, store information, delivery partner information, everything will be dropped. So these two commands are really critical. No one will use this, and even no one will be given access to use this as well, because if you drop it, it's gone, right? So this is something which is a critical, but still at the initial phase level, when you're creating it, you should be always using the opposite side also. That is nothing but drop. Okay, so this is fine. Now, the next thing is how to insert records. How to insert the records. For example, now the structure is there. Now the structure is there. Who are the customers who are present here? Maybe from the UI, you give sign up. You give sign up. When you give sign up, okay. When you give sign up, you can go and insert the records into a table. From UI, it goes to the table and it gets inserted. How to insert the records? How to insert the records? Now what is happening? Only structure there. Okay, I dropped this, right? I will recreate it. Now it's created. Now if I go and see this, this information is there. Now if I go and see customer information, this is there. But where are the records? There is no customers because there's a fresh table, fresh data set. I need to insert some records. How to insert the records? That insert command is something we will be writing to insert the records. Okay, that insert statement. And if you're already inserted, for example, what happened in this lockdown, I was in Bangalore. Okay, due to this lockdown work from home, maybe I switched back to my native. What do? I changed my address in Amazon because I have to update my address. So already I am a user and I want to update my address, or else maybe within the Bangalore I've shifted my place from one place to one place, so I have to update my address, or maybe I have to update my phone number. So what is insert, what is update? Insert is first time sign in, or maybe sign up. You go and give all your details, sign up, and data will be inserted. After some days of time, you want to update it. You want to update your phone number. You want to update your address. That is what next we are going to see. Insert and update. How to update it, how to insert it. Okay, so this one again we'll continue from tomorrow's session. Today we have created a database. Today we have seen how to work with few of the commands, right from the create, right from the drop, right from the use, right from the show tables. Create a simple table. Don't worry about the data type. Data type will be covered in a separate session. Okay, that is a bit of theory part. And to see the records, this is very important because you have to understand you are an analyst here. Power BI is also called a data analyst. If someone is asking, hey, how many records are there? Hey, how many people have purchased it? Hey, how many people did sales yesterday? These are all the questions client will ask you. For that, you will be writing all the select queries. Select query is going to be very important. Creating and all, it's not, you will not be doing because there is one more person called SQL developer. Since you are also called a Power BI developer, there is one more person called SQL developer, SQL developer. They will do it. So you need not worry, but still you have to know it. You have to know how they have created it. You have to know how it works. You have to know how to pull the data. That is what we are going to see. Okay, so today we have created a table. Tomorrow we will go and insert the records. Right? Any questions in today's sessions, whatever we have discussed?
Hi, Santosh.
Yes.
I'm getting an error while closing the bracket. It says error 1064.
You put semicolon.
Yes, yes.
You are getting 10.
64.
Uh,
You have an
which
error in SQL syntax, it's saying, but not saying what is the error.
1064? Huh?
Yes.
Uh, can you share your screen?
One second.
Maybe I have to give access, I think. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, please share your screen. Line number 12, you have put one comma. That's not should be that. Can
Yeah.
you please press Control plus so that everyone is visible? Control plus so that your screen editor will increase. Control plus. In the editor, you press Control plus.
No, it's not happening. Should I zoom it or you're
Yeah,
asking me?
zoom it. Zoom it was Control plus will zoom it. Yeah. See, everyone, try to understand what is the error here. Line number 10, he has entered one comma. That means yes, that's the next column. Line number 11, he has again entered one comma. Line number 12 also he has put comma. Comma is not required because that is the last column. For last column, why you need comma? Remove that. Now you run. Yeah, it's executed. Go and select the table. Select star from customer information. Yes, it's working. Did you get the issue?
Yes, yes, Santosh. Thank you.
Yeah.
Santosh, is it necessary to put the semicolon or like?
Semicolon is required so that it understands that is the last line of code. It's required.
Okay.
If
I'm
you
running
don't,
it without semicolon, but it's like it's
yeah,
happened.
see, if you don't put means what happens, you have to select it. If you put means right directly you can run it. That's the
Okay.
difference. But make a best practice of putting semicolon so that it understands that is the end of the code. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is not case sensitive, right?
Yeah, this is not case sensitive. Why I'm putting in bold is so that most of you are seeing from mobile, right? So for visibility, I'm writing in bold. I'm writing in editor. It's not a case sensitive. You can write in caps or you can write in small. It will work.
Santosh, I see an error which is 1681. Integer display width is deprecated and will be removed. I don't know what does it
That
mean.
is not error. That's a warning. We can fix that in data types.
Okay.
It's like it's not red color, right? It's just an exclamatory mark. Something it's like a
Correct.
warning.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah. It's a warning. We'll fix that in data types.
Okay.
Okay. All good.
Hello, Santosh.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, my name is Raju. I am running that Visual Studio, but it is getting error 1.2.9 version.
Okay. See, for MySQL, I would say that minimum 4 GB or recommended 8 GB of RAM is required. Your Windows should be updated, like at least Windows 10, Windows 8 or Windows 10 has to be there, and your system has to be like within the last 5 years. Okay, if it is not there, you may face a lot of problems. What you do is anything which is telling Visual Studio or Visual Studio 2017, 15, something which is failing in the requirement at the prerequisites. If the system is not able to download from MySQL installation, you go and install directly from Google first. C++
From Google also I
Visual
can't
Studio.
install because it is showing some error.
Then I think it's your system configuration. What's your system configuration?
8 GB RAM, Windows 10.
Okay. It should
Only
work actually.
yeah.
Mm, maybe you post the error. Maybe in today or tomorrow they will start creating a WhatsApp group. The entire batch people will be present in one group. You post your error. We'll help you out. What is the error in that?
Yeah, already posted to Mahesh, but he has told you should be clearing your installation error in the next
Yeah,
class.
I'll,
That is
I'll check
next
with him.
class.
I'll check with him and I'll provide you the solution for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.